The emotions of a university experience are not easily defined. More than just books and studying, a college education is, for most, an influential, truly rewarding experience. Students at Ohio Northern University are no exception. The years they spend in Ada are to be forever remembered. In fact, it can be said that the moments they share together are magical. For in any given year at Northern, one is bound to see, hear, and feel many magic moments.
There are colleagues that have been, well, they've been more than colleagues. They have been really friends over the years, and I think you develop a sense of community that maybe I could have found it elsewhere, but I certainly have found it here in a unique way.
Images of Ohio Northern University, moments of magic. From the apprehension which comes with taking exams to the joy which comes from being part of a community, indeed from being part of a family.
I had a wonderful experience in sorority life, dormitory life. I made tremendous friends there. My professors took an interest in me. The professors would come over to the dorm the night before finals and bring cookies or ask if they could help with studying. I had an opportunity through the things that I did on campus to get close to many of the administrative people, and I think probably more than anything, it's the people who touched my life that bring warm feelings and very happy feelings.
Welcome to the 5th issue of the Ohio Northern University Video News Magazine. This issue of the magazine will let you experience all that happened on campus from January through June of 1994. Ohio Northern University's 123rd year came to a close with 2 festive commencement weekends. As summer approached and the temperatures rose, so did the aspirations of members of the class of 1994. The new graduates left Northern with a sense of anticipation for the future, 1994 already having been quite a memorable year for each of them. Indeed, it has been for all at ONU. The new year began with Ohio Northern's first ever winter homecoming. Between men's and women's basketball games at the Sports Center, a gymnastic daredevil team amazed the crowd with a spectacular display of daring and skill. Later in the evening, the annual Athletic Hall of Fame dinner and induction ceremony was held. 6 alums joined the ranks of superior student athletes who have given so much to the university. They were Ann Kuhn, Alan Donhoff, Deb Herbert, Joe Miller, William Schunkweiler, and Polly Wilkes. The annual Faculty Staff Recognition Dinner was held as 6 ONU faculty members were honored for 20 years of service, and Bill Robinson received a special award for his years of commitment to the university. Bernice King, the youngest daughter of slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr., spoke at a special chapel service held in the Sports Center. She stressed the need for nonviolent change throughout the world today. Colonel Charles Scott, former hostage in Iran, was on campus to discuss his methods of overcoming captivity in 1979. A Kumbah festival was held to celebrate Black History Month. The event featured original songs and skits by ONU students. ONU's Department of Communication Arts and Department of Music presented the popular musical Pippin in the Fried Center. Senior Alicia Burt directed the production. ONU's Jazz Ensemble and Added Attraction played their annual benefit concert at the Lima Civic Center. The Black Student Union held its 9th annual fashion show as students modeled formal and campus wear. ONU's Symphonic Band and Wind Ensemble presented a winter concert in the Fried Center. Dr. Charles Bates directed both groups. Many talented students attended Admissions Achievement Award Day this spring. These incoming students competed for ONU scholarships. Ohio Northern welcomed the rock band REO Speedwagon to campus to entertain students during the beginning of spring quarter. Lead singer Kevin Cronin and company played in the Sports Center to more than 2,500 people. President Freed held his quarterly open forums with faculty and staff members and with students, updating the progress of the university and addressing the concerns of those present. A chapter of Kappa Alpha Theta social sorority was installed on campus, as more than 60 young women were initiated in opening ceremonies. ONU now has 5 social sororities. Max McLean, actor and storyteller, presented Mark's Gospel, the story of Jesus, in the English Chapel as part of ONU's Staley Distinguished Christian Lecture Series. The university singers presented a concert in Presser Hall as Deborah Linson guest conducted. Albert George Schramm conducted the Columbus Symphony when they returned to campus in the spring to present an exciting concert in the Fried Center. The World Students Organization held a banquet welcoming all and offering some of the world's finest foods. An African ensemble delighted the crowd with their singing and dancing. The English Chapel held its annual Passion Walk on Palm Sunday. Students reenacted and reflected upon the events which led to Christ's death and resurrection. Dr. Denise Diarca conducted the Palm Sunday concert in the chapel later that evening. The Honorable Clarence Thomas, Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court, was this year's Cormandy Lecturer in the College of Law. Judge Thomas discussed the responsibilities of freedom and talked about his upbringing. He also took time to meet and visit with ONU students, faculty, and staff at special receptions. The judge's talk was carried in full on C-SPAN. An enthusiastic crowd was on hand for the 16th annual Park Hall Fight Night. The boxing tournament, sponsored by the men of Park Hall, raised more than $1,000 for charity. Little Sips Weekend brought youngsters to campus to tie-dye T-shirts, enjoy a magic show, and attend the musical Tickle Cakes. The annual senior kickoff program began the senior campaign, and members of the senior class raised more than $14,000 in pledges to establish a scholarship fund. The 5th annual send-off barbecue was held outside McIntosh Center, as President Freed and other administrators expressed their appreciation. Ohio Northern's vocal deputation team, Sun's Rays, presented their spring concert in the chapel. The 8 members of the group sang and delivered testimony of how Jesus Christ has touched their lives. Honors Days recognized scholarly achievement and service to the academic community as students were initiated into honor societies, and parents and friends filled the Sports Center for a university assembly. Dr. F.C. Richardson, president of Buffalo State College, delivered an inspiring address. Dr. Renzo Caporelli, chair and CEO of Grumman Corporation, delivered the 1994 Spots Lecture in the College of Engineering. He discussed current trends in engineering design and management. Ohio Northern spring quarter sports teams fared well and helped stir school spirit on campus. The softball team, under the leadership of Coach Gail Louth, won the Ohio Athletic Conference Tournament and advanced to the NCAA Division III Tournament. Mark Linson coached the men's tennis team to a second-place finish at the OAC Tournament. They missed their second conference crown in 4 years by just 1 point. The women's team began a rebuilding program under first-year head coach Teresa Conroy. Larry Cole's outdoor track team had a successful season as the women finished 3rd and the men 4th at the OAC meet. 2 students won All-American honors. And the baseball team completed another season under head coach Herb Strayer, who has won a school record 517 games at ONU over the past 24 years. The 109th year in the College of Law came to a close with commencement activities. President Freed and Dean Albert Quick greeted students and their families at a reception and provided encouraging words at a banquet. On commencement day, more than 1,000 people converged on the Sports Center to see 135 students get hooded and receive diplomas. The Honorable Thomas J. Moyer, Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court, addressed the graduates, stressing the importance of seeking inner truth and the benefits of dispute resolution. 2 weeks later, undergraduates received their diplomas at a commencement convocation attended by more than 4,000 people. The festive ceremony included music by ONU's Symphonic Band and the University Singers. Nationally syndicated writer Mona Sharon delivered the keynote address. Mindy Everhart, an engineering major from Springfield, spoke on behalf of the graduating class. Following the convocation, the deans of the colleges held receptions for the graduates and their families. Alumni returned to campus in early June for Alumni Weekend. Members of the Golden Years class of 1944 celebrated their 50th anniversary and received certificates from President Freed, Alumni Director Bill Robinson, and Alumni Association President Mike Robertson. Dr. and Mrs. Calvin Jackson received the Willis Cane and Willis Pitcher. Alumni Weekend also included a picnic in the Wishing Well and a garden reception at the home of President and Mrs. Freed. Seminars were given by faculty members and alumni classes gathered for pictures outside McIntosh Center. The association awarded 5 alumni citations at the annual banquet. Honored this year were former Alumni Association President Connie Acancia, Dean Bruce Burton of ONU's College of Engineering, Michael Fahler, Donald Geist, and Walter White. Summer will again be an active time at Northern as many camps and conferences are scheduled. The 5th annual 4-H Space Camp drew 48 6th, 7th, and 8th graders who studied flight, the universe, and the space program. Campers built hot air balloons and learned water recovery training through scuba diving. Their week concluded with model rocket launches and a graduation ceremony. Basketball camps attracted both boys and girls. Coach Joe Campoli and his staff instructed the youngsters on some of the finer points of the game. Guest coaches came in to instruct the players, and the camps concluded with championship games and awards ceremonies. And the first of 4 orientation weekends for incoming freshmen was held as students met with deans, took campus tours, and were welcomed by the Good News Bears, a group of current ONU students who taught the incoming freshmen about life on a university campus. For former law students and undergraduates, 1994 has already been a year to remember. But all at ONU have benefited from the opportunities for growth which have been presented to them this year. As the 124th year in the life of the university lies in wait, expectations are high. For the graduates of the class of 1994 are about to make their mark in the world, and another class of fine students are about to make their mark at ONU.